I guess I know I guess it was an opportunity to give you guys anime review of the very first episode of the fall anime 2025 season. This anime space is called. Let me see if I can get it back up here again. This calls With You Our Love Will Make It Through. With You Our Love Will Make It Through. Now, to be honest with you, I definitely am going to be doing a lot of talking about basically when it comes to basically this anime, and there's some things that are going to be so subjective basically in some things that people would majorly turn off, but a lot of people would not be watching this anime because one major factor is basically bestiality, basically in the factor base of this. I kind of want to say this. I know the YouTube is probably going to censor my video or probably take it out. And if that really definitely does happen, then there's nothing I can't do about it. But I'm just using this as for more a review, not really basically a perverted basic kind of a nature what I'm talking about. Sometimes people do like to have animals and use that for different purposes for other fetishes and stuff like that. And stuff like that. That's why they call it bestiality, and that's why the reason why they basically call it that way. And that's the reason why they wanted to basically call it that way. I don't see it basically that way. Basically, when it comes to basically in this anime, I don't want people to really think that I support bestiality or anything like that. I really don't. But I do support based on the fact that when people that who are furries or based on the furry community, or I will say, AKA the brownie community are basically people that really definitely love furries. They are basically are furry basic kind of fans because they happen to like that kind of stuff because that's something that they definitely like. I don't see there's nothing really wrong with people that basically that definitely like that kind of stuff, that kind of stuff. That's something that they like. I definitely do think if that's what you like, that's what you like. I 100% respect that, but I'm not like most YouTubers basically out there or basically others on the forum, based on the internet, and just just dismiss this and just say like, yeah, we're just not gonna watch it because we're just gonna clean our hands and stuff like that. We're just not gonna really basically watch it. I don't see there's nothing really wrong basically watching this anime because some people will probably label this as basically either a furry anime or a bestiality anime or basically just for other different preferences that people would basically may want to watch it and just from here on out. I want to say here is that, like I said before, I want to make this loud and clear. I don't support bestiality, and I really don't. But sometimes people would support this because this is something that they definitely do like. I definitely don't think it's gross, and I definitely do think it's nasty. But I definitely do think I want to say here, basically, is that I don't see that really being the premises basis of this anime. The reason I watch this anime because I definitely think this anime is much more different than basically other different animes that I have seen in back in the past. This is something new. This is something different that we have never seen before. And maybe this probably may have happened probably back in the past. I'm not 100% sure. I can't really. If someone can name of some animes that probably did have a kind of like a premises base of this, but I don't see this really being a major problem. But I definitely do see this is basically be a wholesome anime, basically for women that basically definitely do like this. That basically definitely like this. So basically, what that basically means is that this is kind of like a chick flick, basically like kind of anime, basically for women that basically definitely do like it and stuff like that. I don't see there's nothing really wrong with me basically watch it because the reason why, like I said before, the reason I want to watch it because I definitely do think that is new. It's kind of something different, something I want to see more than just basically just slice of life or just basically fan service and stuff like that. I watch pretty much all kinds of different kinds of anime, but I don't see there's nothing really basically wrong with this kind of anime. But if you're going into that route, basically of being the shame guilt in yourself that you say like, I'm just gonna clean my hands and say like I'm not gonna watch it. And I don't definitely don't think it's not really based consider in that basic kind of a realm. Now, basically when it comes to other different things, then yes, that would basically would probably would just say like, no, that's not something what people definitely would like or anything like that. I definitely do think that this anime is worth watching. To me, I definitely do think it really actually is. The episode definitely does says a very good premises. But what does the standard of this episode really brings about? And to be honest with you, I don't know what this anime really bases all about. I do think that this anime is basically all about is basically based on a different species, whether basically they are called beasts, what they call beast folks or beast person. Basically, they're basically subjected basically as being like a dog, basically like it being a dog. I don't know if there's other different beast people basically after maybe a lion, elephant, or anything like that. I really don't know. I'm not 100% sure. Really, I do really actually don't know. Now, from what I definitely know, the summary basis that when I think it was the principal or basically the teacher, the teacher that basically came into the classroom and told them said there's going to be a person who is a beast person or beast person, whatever you want to say that the person really actually is going to be coming in and basically attending to the school. But you also have to keep one thing also in mind that you have to be respectful and stuff like that. That's kind of like basically saying like back in the old days with Martin Luther King Jr. and stuff like that. Basically back then, so you see those different kind of movies. Think about the movie of um, Remember the Titans with Denzel Washington. If you guys don't know who he is, Denzel Washington. He plays as a black coach. He coached a black people and white people basically pretty much all together and make a very phenomenal team, and that's why they were called Remember the Titans. And then they went undefeated. They won the championship and stuff like that. Well, the state championship, I guess you probably would definitely say. But if you look at the basic different premises based into the movie, were some of the black people that were actually some of the friends that were based on the team. They want to invite them to go into a restaurant that were white people basically actually in. But one of the bar managers said, like, no, we're not going to allow you guys to come in. We're sorry, we can't let you do that and stuff like that. But they will start winning and such great respect in the community because what they basically been doing and winning the championship and stuff like that, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And to be honest with you, I definitely do think that being racist is something is a form. I definitely do think that it's not right, and I definitely do think that it's wrong. Whatever that you're Asian, Mexican, Muslim, American, or black, white, or yellow, green, or purple, or orange, whatever you look like, or anything like that. I don't see that basically being a problem or anything like that. Because there's a lot of people that definitely likes to be a furry, likes to be a human, or basically enter different women, basically kind of other different games. Take as for instance Final Fantasy 14, they definitely do have for different kind of people like elves and stuff like that, and basically humans, the mystiques basically are kind of like cat girls or cat boys or something like that. That's something that people definitely like. It's basically in general nation. I don't see there's definitely wrong with it. To be honest, I'm playing a female character with a mystique. I thought there's her name is Dark Flowers. She's personally one of my main people basically in my game. I even have a Death Knight basically in World of Warcraft, which is basically called, I think his name is Saint Kinitu. I definitely think that's his name. He's a panda. I happen to like fluffy pandas. I think they're cute. I think they're nice. I think they really actually are. I think they're very funny, and I have to definitely like that. So does that necessarily make me a furry face kind of person? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. It doesn't really basically mean that I'm really basically considered as a furry basic kind of person, but it definitely does. The reason why I happen to like it because I think it's really is basically is a cute kind of a nature of something that I definitely do like. That's what I definitely do like. But I still would go back and say I want to say this. I don't want people to really think this that I don't support bestiality, and I don't want people to really basically say it. I support that or anything like that. And I definitely think that this anime definitely is going to be worth watching. Now, based on the premises, based on the end of this episode, the premise of this, at the end of this episode, there's one thing I definitely want to talk about is that we're basically basically him the Hideki. I definitely do think that's his name. Hideki, and he meets this girl Aski, Asuka or whatever her name is, Asuka, and they both generally get to know each other pretty much well. One thing I found really kind of cute basically this anime where he basically he's wagging his tail. And I thought that was a really basically cute of a nature, really to see that. And I definitely do like that because when you see like a dog comes like walks up to you, it kind of like wags their tail and just kind of licks your hands and just give you kisses, stuff like that. I definitely think that is really enjoyable. To be honest with you, I definitely like all forms of different kinds of animals. I love cats, I love dogs. I definitely do, and stuff like that. And the reason why they just basically come up there and just lick your hands because they love you and they like you, and they really definitely do. And they sometimes they come up and they give you kisses on the face and stuff like that and stuff like that. And that's just how what they are and stuff like that. Sometimes there's animals that basically have dogs that can be violent or they can be they really don't person really don't even care about what you think or anything like that. And sometimes there's animals that basically are very protective when it comes to very protective of their puppies or the young, or basically protective of their master or mommy or daddy or something like that, basically in general. So I definitely think I don't personally really definitely don't see that there's nothing wrong watching this anime. I would definitely say give it a try, but if it's not for you, then I totally 100 respect that really a lot. But I definitely do think that it's definitely is worth watching. I definitely do think is definitely is something I definitely do think that is something very genuine, and I definitely do think that is something that I definitely do think that a lot of people would want to watch. But yeah, anyways, that's it for this anime review. Tell me what you guys think. Do you guys like this? Do you guys like this episode? You guys don't like this anime, or do you guys not support this or anything like that? Do you think it's okay? Do you think it's bad? What's your guys' thoughts about the whole bestiality, basically being this anime? Not basically in a weird way, basically in different, basically in a form of basically romance. So we're just gonna have to wait and see where it goes from here. But yeah, anyways, since I know I'll see you guys there. Take care. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. Don't forget to subscribe. Please consider subscribing. Please hit the like button. Give me a thumbs up or give me a thumbs down. And please leave a comment below. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care. Hope you have a wonderful day. And I'll see you guys later. Take care. Bye.